So we are going to say in the books of the name of the firm, Mrs. HP Limited, Mrs. HP Limited, Delhi branch account. Delhi branch account. We always give a name because a firm may have a number of branches, and for each branch they will open an account. Okay. So head office, you can say in the books of Miss HP Limited in brackets, you can put head office at Bombay if you want. Delhi branch account. Okay. Now these are the columns that we have: date, particulars, amount. Date, particulars, amount. Okay. Now, the date column, even though I put it in this problem, the date column may not be very important in most problems. Some problems we may not even have the date column because they have not mentioned the date at all. So we won't have the date column. But since it's the first problem, I'll just show you how we normally consider the date. There's not much to do with the dates. So that's why in some problems we may not even have the date. Okay, but since in this problem they have mentioned the dates, I've just put the date column. So the date column is not so important. Then even if the date column is not there, it is okay. Okay, so we start with the opening balances. 31st December 2006 would be the closing balance of the previous year, which would be the opening balance of our year. That becomes 1st January 2007. Okay, balance balance brought down, balance brought down. So we have stock, which is 38,000. We have stock which is 38,000. Then there is debtor 16,800. And we have petty cash, $450. Okay. Next one. Amount sent to branch for expenses. Now, just to follow a format, I would prefer to write the goods first and then the amount sent to branch, just to follow a format. Okay, so I will put this goods sent to branch. Now, no date is mentioned here. For all these things, for all these other transactions, there is no date mentioned. So I'm going to put everything as 31st December 2007, as on 31st December. Though most likely this happens in the middle of the year. Okay, but since there's no date mentioned, I'm not going to assume a date. I'm just going to put everything as on 31st December 2007. So as of 31st December 2007, two goods sent to branch account, or two goods sent to branch, we have them 1,52,000, 1,52,000. We also have to cash, okay, amount sent to branch for expenses. Now we don't know how this amount has been sent. Okay, we don't know how this amount has been sent. It could be sent by cash, it could be sent by bank. Now, if you see the format, it's put there to cash/bank. So it can either be sent by cash or it can be sent by bank. But I would prefer to assume that it would be sent by bank. Okay, keeping with the modern times, most of the transactions are done in electronic form. Most of the transfers are done in electronic form. So keeping that in mind, I would assume that it is sent by bank. Okay, so I will just put it as bank, to bank for expenses, and these expenses are salary is the first one, which is salary is 7,200. Then we have rent, which is 2,400, and we also have expenses, some random expenses, 1000. Now, some of you, what you may do, you may just write this in the inner column, total it, and write it outside. That is also fine. Similarly, here you may write this in the inner column here, total it, and write it outside. That is also fine. Okay, it's up to you how you want to write. Then we have amount remitted by branch, that is the amount being sent by branch back to the head office. So the head office, we are in the books of the head office, we are receiving cash from the, or we are receiving money from the branch. So it will be bank account debit to Delhi branch account. So here it will be by bank. So again on 31st December, by bank, and brackets I'll put as remittance. Okay, by bank. Now here we have of cash sales. That is, what's the meaning of this? The branch is sending money to the head office from cash sales. Okay, maybe not the whole amount, but certain amount from the cash sales. Whatever the branch has collected, it's sending it to the head office. Similarly, whatever the debtors have paid to the branch, the amount is also being transferred to the head office. That's the meaning of this. Amount remitted by branch means what? The branch is sending money to the head office on account of cash sales. When you sell goods on cash basis, you're going to receive cash. So that money is being remitted, and also your debtors may have paid you at the branch. That money is also being remitted. So out of cash sales, which is 12,500, and receipts from debtors, are 1,59,000. 1,59,000. Receipts from debtors, 1,59,000. Receipts from debtors, 1,59,000. Let me see anything else. Branch informed that sales during the year was rupees 1,75,000, including cash sales. Like I said, this is not going to affect the branch account because this has taken place at the branch, not between the head office and the branch. Now, if they had told us out of which some money has been sent to the head office, that would have come in the branch account. Here they have if they had continued, say out of 1,75,000, cash sales are say 75,000, out of which so much had been sent to the branch, to the head office, that would have come here. Okay, but just in telling us this total sales is not going to reflect in the branch account. Is that clear? Similarly, this is the closing balances. So on 31st December, what I'm going to do is, I don't know whether there's a profit or loss. Okay, and the closing balances should always be the last item. So I'm going to leave a line. There could be a profit or there could be a loss. Okay, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to leave a line here and write the closing balances on 31st December 2007 by balance carried down. By balance carried down. Okay, so the balance is of stock here. The stock is 45,250. Then we have whereas amount due from customers. You can either put it as due from customers or you can put it as debtors. Due from customers. Due from customers is 17,800, and we have cash on hand, which is 350. Cash on hand, which is 350. Okay, and the last thing, like I said, branch statements also reveal that branch had also paid rupees 3,100 from cash sales for sundry expenses in addition to the amount received from head office. I said this is not going to reflect here because this also has independently taken place at the branch, has got nothing to do with the head office. has got nothing to do with the head office. Okay, so let's check what is the final status, whether there's a profit or loss. Total this. So if we total the credit side, we get 12,500 plus 1,59,000 plus 45,250 plus 17,800 plus 350. I think this should be heavier. Looks like this is heavier. So that comes to 2,34,900. 2,34,900, and minusing this, we will have 30 minus 38,000 minus 16,800 minus 450 minus 1,52,000 minus 7,200 minus 2,400 minus 1,200. Okay. So we have a profit 16,850. So I'm going to put it as on 31st December 2007 to profit and loss account. To profit and loss account. Basically, this is the balancing figure. And how do I know it's a profit? If I transfer this to the profit and loss account, it will have to come on the credit side. So the total here is 2,34,900. 2,34,900.